Hello, I'm Sergeant Christopher St. Pierre with the Falmouth, Maine Police Department. I've been a police officer for almost 19 years. I've been a police trainer, firearms instructor. I'm a gun enthusiast, a hunter, but most importantly, I'm a father of 2 young children. I'm here today to show you how to properly secure your firearms and explain to you why this is so important. We have seen a large influx of first-time gun owners in Maine over the last couple of years, rising at least 40 to 50%, resulting in many less experienced firearm owners knowing about firearm use and safe storage. The fact is, there are more households with firearms in the state of Maine than ever before. This adds up to a higher risk of someone being harmed, intentional through suicide or homicide, or unintentional tragedies through a negligent discharge or accidental discharge across our state. A recent study has shown us that there are approximately 4.6 million children who live in homes across the United States with a loaded and unlocked firearm in their household. Securing firearms safely in your home can eliminate the possibility of children getting their hands on a loaded weapon in their own home or any other home they may visit. So I make sure my firearms are, number 1, always unloaded, 2, locked, 3, stored safely in my home for the safety of my family and any visitor to our home. Today I want to demonstrate how to properly lock up and safeguard the firearms and go over some different devices that can be used to do so. I also want to let you know that in 2021, the state of Maine enacted a law that eliminates the sales tax on purchasing these devices in the state of Maine. When you purchase a new firearm, it may come with a device called a trigger lock. Trigger lock is able to secure the firearm and make it safe, but there are some inherent dangers that I want to go over with you when you're using one of these devices. Some of the issues that can happen are the weapon doesn't have to be unloaded to insert the trigger lock. The action can still be moved and rounds can enter chambers when you're putting the trigger lock on. The trigger lock also sits, as it sounds, right on the trigger to stop the trigger from being functioned. In the act of putting this device on, the trigger can actually be pulled. This is no longer a preferred method of securing a firearm. A much safer option and my preferred method is what's called a cable lock. The cable lock feeds through the action of the firearm and requires that the firearm be unloaded. So the cable lock will go through and makes it so the action can't be cycled, rounds can't go into chambers, and the firearm cannot be used, whether it be intentionally or accidentally. The other thing I love about the cable lock is it is visible and you can see that the firearm is safe. Cable locks can be used on several different types of firearms. I just showed you in a handgun. Here's an example on a revolver. And again, you can see it's locked up and the action can't be used. Here's a shotgun. You could just find spots on the different types of weapons through the action on how to secure it so you could see it. Now the action can't chamber, rounds can't go into the chamber, and the weapon had to be unloaded before it could have the cable lock go through. Here's a rifle. This is a bolt action rifle, and what I've done is taken a step further and removed the bolt, which made the gun completely inoperable and safe. So the cable lock is a visual representation that the firearm's safe, and it also gives you many options on putting it through the action so the firearm cannot be fired. Cable locks can be found in most jurisdictions at the police station and even at some physicians' offices free of charge. They can also be purchased for about $5 to $15 if not available in your jurisdiction. Though I prefer the cable locks and then having a firearm in a safe, I fully understand a lot of firearms are purchased for home defense and self-protection, and you need or want quick access to them. Here I have a device that is a biometric safe that is programmed to my actual thumbprint. I'm the only person that can open this safe with my thumbprint. It's secure the rest of the time. It provides me quick, secure access to the firearm, and it also keeps it out of the hands of children. There's a new law in the state of Maine that I want to let you know about. This law makes it illegal to have firearms that are unsecured and loaded and accessible to children under the age of 16 years in your home. Properly securing your firearms can help you not only comply with the law, but more importantly, can help you to prevent what could be a tragedy at your home involving your children, whether that be intentional or non-intentional, inside or outside your home. Maine has had a long tradition of hunting, sport shooting, and gun ownership. But with that ownership comes the responsibility of keeping our children, our families, and our communities safe by storing our firearms safely. I hope you found this video helpful in learning the different ways to safely secure your firearms. If you have further questions, please go to your local law enforcement, or you can find further information through the Maine Gun Safety Coalition at mainegunsafety.org.